Hello everyone. Today we'll start the topic structure of carbonyl group. So we represent carbonyl group as C double bond O. Here the carbon is sp2 hybridized because it makes double bond with the oxygen atom, and the electronic configuration of carbon is what? It is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2, right? Because its atomic number is 6. So there are 4 valence electrons, 2 in s orbital and 2 in p orbitals. So the 3 valence electrons, they make sigma bond, like this sigma bond, this sigma bond and this sigma bond. So 3 sigma bonds are there and 1 pi bond is there. That pi bond is made from the p orbital of carbon, because the last valence electron is in p orbital. So this is the p orbital of carbon and this is the p orbital of oxygen. So they overlap, they make sideways or lateral overlap and form the pi bond. Okay, so here the carbon is sp2 hybridized and this rectangular shape, it represents the plane of the paper. Okay, so this is the plane and the sigma bonds are in the plane, but the p orbitals or the pi orbitals, which is made by the p orbital of carbon and oxygen, it is above and below the plane. So like this. So this pi electron cloud is above the plane of the paper and below the plane of the paper, and this bond, this solid bond, represent that it is away, it is towards us, and this wedge bond represents, dash bond represent that it is away from our side, but in the plane of the paper. So basically this first structure represent that there are 3 sigma bonds, this sigma bond, this sigma bond and this sigma bond. Okay, and carbon is sp2 hybridized and these are p orbitals and they make sideways overlap. Then they form pi electron cloud, and which is responsible for making pi bond, and then the equivalent structure is this, which come out to be this, that is carbon is doubly bonded with oxygen and there are 2 other bonds. So here one is sigma bond and one is pi bond. Now the because the carbon is sp2 hybridized, so it has trigonal plane coplanar structure, which is trigonal coplanar. Okay, so the angle is what? 120 degree. Here also 120, here also 120 and here also 120. So this was about the structure of carbonyl group. Now one thing more, that this is the neutral structure of carbonyl. This is the bipolar structure. Here we are showing that carbon is electropositive or electrophilic. Also it acts as Lewis acid, this center, the electrophilic center, and the oxygen is electronegative or nucleophilic, so it acts as Lewis base. This center acts as Lewis base. So this was everything about the structure of carbonyl group. One thing more, that it has some polarity. If we compare it with the ether, that is ROR, or carbon is attached to oxygen here, so it is more polar than ethers. So carbonyl group is more polar than ethers. So this was all about the structure of carbonyl group. Now in the last lecture we studied about the nomenclature. So we will discuss some questions so that you can find out the structure of the compound. So these are the names of the compounds and we have to make the structures. So let us start. The first compound is alpha methoxy propionaldehyde. So because it has propionaldehyde, So it has 3 carbon atoms. So 3 carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3. And at the first carbon atom there is aldehyde group, so CHO. And at the alpha carbon atom there is methoxy, so OCH3, right? So this is the basic skeleton. Now we will fulfill the hydrogen, the valency of carbon we will fulfill. So it is CH3, here there is hydrogen atom. So CH3CH or CHO, and at the alpha carbon, that is next to the aldehyde, there is OCH3, that is methoxy. So this is the structure for first compound. The next structure, the next name is 3-hydroxybutanol. So it has 4 carbon atom because it is butanol. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And also it indicates the aldehyde. So at the first carbon I am writing CHO, that is aldehyde, and at the third carbon there is hydroxy group, that is OH group. So at the, this is first, second, third is OH. So this is the basic skeleton. Now we will make the valency of carbon. So here CH3, here 1 hydrogen atom, here 2 hydrogen atoms. So this is what the structure of 3-hydroxybutanol is. Next we will move to 2-hydroxycyclopentane carbaldehyde. So there is cyclopentane, means the ring with 5 carbon atom. So this is the ring with 5 carbon atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there is carbaldehyde, means aldehyde group. So at the first carbon there is CHO, right? And 2-hydroxy means at the second carbon there is hydroxy group. So this is the first carbon, so second carbon is this. So this is the 2-hydroxycyclopentane carbaldehyde. Next is 4-oxopentanol. 4-oxopentanol means pentanol means there are 5 carbon atom. So first we will write 5 carbon atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now at the first position there is al, that is aldehyde, so CHO. At the 4th position there is oxo, that is double bond O. So first, second, third, fourth. 4th position there is oxo group, that is double bond O. Now put the hydrogen atoms, appropriate number of hydrogen atoms. So here CH3, here already valency is filled, here 2 hydrogen atom will come, here also 2 hydrogen atom. So this is the 4-oxopentanol structure. Next is disecondary butyl ketone. So this is ketone. Disecondary butyl means the secondary butyl group is towards both sides of the ketone. So I have to make it somewhere here because there is no space. So first we have to make the ketone, then secondary butyl group. So this is the secondary butyl group, CH3CH, C2H5. Here 4 carbon atoms are there, and at the second carbon there is attachment. So this is secondary butyl group. So here also there is secondary butyl group. C2H5, CH, CH3 and carbonyl group, then again C2H5, CH, CH3. So this is the structure of disecondary butyl ketone. Next is 4-fluoroacetophenone. So I am rubbing this one. So acetophenone, we know that when benzene ring is attached to C double bond O, CH3. So this is acetophenone when CH3CO is attached to benzene ring. Now at the 4 position we have to attach the fluoro group, that is fluorine. So this is the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon and fourth carbon. So here fluorine group is attached. So this is 4-fluoroacetophenone. So based on this, I think you have got this topic. Firstly the structure of carbonyl group, and then the how to make the structure of the compound from the IUPAC or common names. So this was all about it today. We will meet in next lecture now. Thank you.